Hey, what's up, guys? It is MTG Man. I'm going to be talking about the Secret Lair 2024 Winter Super Drop, and let's just get into it. So this one is, I believe, the Power of Divination, something like that. Art-wise, delightful. I think this art is really cool. It's mysterious. It's sick as fuck. I would take a whole deck that looks like this. You know, like the Secret Lair Angels deck or the Cats and Dogs one that's coming out. I would take that, but in this style, because I think it's really cool. I've also been thinking it'd be really cool to get a deck like that, but the cards are like tarot cards. That would be sick, which is a similar type of thing. But, you know, I really like the art. However, we have this slight, itsy, tiny problem. And that's the cards in the set. So Wall of Omens is like a 10-cent card. Eternal Witness is like $1. Price of Progress is like $4. Circular Logic's 10 cents. And Scheming Symmetry is like $5. Altogether, that's about $11 in value. And as much as that's okay, right? No, that's not okay. That's terrible. That's terrible value for $30. That's what you pay for a Secret Lair. You're paying $30 to get $11 worth of cards. Unless the bonus card is like, oh, the Sliver Overlord or whatever, like a really good reprint, because I know they've been doing slivers for a while, this isn't going to be worth it. And I hear you saying, oh, but Scheming Symmetry is a tutor. Well, if we look at, like, Grim Tutor, right, it's like $20, $18, that's about how much a regular copy is running, so it's not really all that different. We have this one, which is the Beauty of the Beast. I like this art. I like the Scourge of Valkis. I think they're all pretty solid. I think it's weird that there's one red, one green, one white, one blue, and then a second blue instead of like a black. Because there's some cool black cards out there, right? You could have gotten rid of Peregrine Drake, and like I would have taken a cool looking Gurmag Angler, right? But I think the art's cool. It's fine. It's whatever. However, when we look into it, Voracious Hydra is like $4, Felidar Guardian's like $1. Peregrine Drake's like 10 cents, Scourge of Valkis is like $2, and Serpent of Yawning Depths is like $8-9. So that's value. If you look at it, that comes out to about $17. You're paying $30. That doesn't quite come out. And then when you look over at the cards themselves, Serpent of Yawning Depths is really only synergistic with Krakens, Leviathans, Octopus, and Serpents. So unless you're building that kind of deck, what use are you getting out of the card? Scourge of Valkis is only really good in Dragon decks. Peregrine Drake is okay in a lot of decks, but like, I would only really put it in like Urza. Felidar Guardian is a combo piece, and I think that's a good pickup in general. But I feel like if you could just pick it up for $1, I don't think the art's really making that much of a difference. So this one, I'm personally not picking up either, but if you really like the art, maybe go for it. I don't know. This one, the name is Prismatic Nightmare, something like that. I love this art style. I'm picking this one up just for the art style because I think it's really cool. Reign of Filth is a sick card, Prince of Thralls, Simian Spirit Guide, Nightscape Familiar, Arcane Denial. I would play a whole card game if it just had this kind of art, because I think it's sick. However, going over to the price, Nightscape Familiar is like 25 cents, Simian Spirit Guide's like $1, Prince of Thralls is like $7, Reign of Filth is like $5. Cool thing, this is the first time Reign of Filth has been reprinted for 20 years. And Arcane Denial is like $3. Even if we're going to be looking at like, oh, there's like another variant of Arcane Denial, because it is a staple, it's a really good card. Getting this version from Commander Legends is like $5. And if we add up all the cards, that's $20, which is probably the best so far. But yeah, like it's not adding up to what you want to be paying $30 for. And I don't think it's really going to be that much harder to just pick these cards up afterward, like pick them up singly, but I mean, it's okay. It's probably the best deal so far. However, this one worst deal in the entire thing. Okay, Anawan, the Ruin Thief, Gonti, Lord of Luxury. I'm just gonna say it. I don't like the case file art. I think it's really ugly. I don't like how the white contrasts with everything else there. I don't like the typewriter font. Like, it's not my thing. So I think that might also be hampering it for me. But if we look at value, right? 31 cents for Grenzo, 50 cents for Anawan, 15 cents for Gonti, and $7, $8 for Villas. It comes out to about 10 bucks. That's horrible value. Like, at least the prismatic one, there's 5 cards in the set. These are 4 cards, and three quarters of them, 75%, don't even break $1. There's no way that these are gonna be worth anywhere close. Like, even if we look and we just go to, like, Secret Lair, and, like, we'll look at, like, what's a cheap card out of these? Like Dantha, which, I mean, it's like $7. You can pick up a Commander Masters version for like 25 cents. So, sure, that went up to $7, but you gotta remember, there's also the draw of it being a Warhammer art. People like Warhammers, so you've got those collectors looking for it. It's just, these cards aren't, I don't want to say they aren't good enough, but like, Danitha has a place in a lot of white decks. At least, a lot of white decks. A lot of Voltron decks. She has a place in a lot of Voltron decks. But like, Anawan only really works with rogues. Grenzo has his own little strategy going on, and sure, it's fine, but it's just, it's not going to be worth anywhere close to what you're paying for it. So this one is a definite not pickup for me. This one, I love the movie style arts. We just got one a while ago that had like Unwind, Rampant Growth, the first Sliver, and something else, and I picked that one up. This one, super cool as well, okay? I like Obeka, like, breaking through the pane of glass. I think all of the art is pretty cool. And if we look at value-wise, Hard-Boiled Thrillers is the name of it, by the way. Jace is like $3. Obeka is like 25 cents. Reconnaissance is $12. Black Market's like $4. Dire Undercurrents is 10. So it adds up to 33. So you're going right over that $30 mark, which is what you want to be hitting. I'm picking this one up because I like the art a lot. However, these are also somewhat targeted cards. Like, Jace needs to be in a deck. Well, it doesn't need to be in a deck, but it's only really in a deck that's trying to deck itself out. Obeka has her own game plan. Reconnaissance, I'm not really too sure what deck this wants to be in. I mean, I guess maybe you, like... I don't really understand what deck Reconnaissance wants to be in. Maybe there's some combo I'm missing out on, but I don't really get it. Black Market is good in a lot of decks, fair enough. And Dire Undercurrents wants to be in a blue or black deck. So, I think if you have any of these decks, like if you have a Mill-Out deck, if you have an Obeka deck already, I think it's worth the pickup. But if you have no use for Reconnaissance, like, you're not going to be playing with some of these cards, I don't think that they're going to go up high enough to be worth just picking up for resale. I could be wrong on that, though. I think this is probably one of the least terrible ones to pick up, because the cards are at least worth that $30 mark. And a lot of them haven't really been reprinted. I mean, Jace has a list version. Well, Black Market's also been reprinted. But, like, Dire Undercurrents and Reconnaissance have never been reprinted. So, this isn't a terrible pickup. And last on the list, I believe, is Just Add Milk 2. So, it comes with Idrix and Nev, Twincasters, Yargle, Krark the Thumbless, and Sakashima of 1,000 Faces. So, this one, just spoiler, hits 43 bucks. This one's a definite pickup if you need the cards. This is a definite pickup if you don't need the cards, because I think financing-wise, this one would be okay to resell. I think the value is there. However, we do have a couple small things. So, Krark the Thumbless, is, it's not like a limited card, but we also just had the reprint. We didn't just have a reprint. I thought we just had a reprint. Huh. Maybe I'm losing my mind. But no, there's a list version. It's a good card. It's a good partner. It's fun. I mean, maybe more fun than good. But honestly, it's not a terrible pickup. Adrix and Nev did just get reprinted. And you can get the reprint for $11. So I think that it might actually be going down in value pretty soon. So the whole value of the Lair could tank. Sakashima of 1,000 Faces almost holds this up entirely because a regular version's $30. You can get a foil for 27. It's a really good partner. It's probably one of the best partners right next to like Thrasios, whatever. So I think that in terms of value, this is the one to pick up, and Yargle's a 4-cent card, but people love Yargle. So I have some feeling Yargle decks are going to be wanting the Secret Lair version once it comes out. This is definitely a pickup. This one is really good. And that's where I'll leave you off. I would say I'm picking up Hard-Boiled Thrillers and the Prismatic one, and maybe one or two just add Milk 2s, because, I mean, $40, I think I could resell them for at least 50 within a year, if I keep them sealed. If not more. I don't know. But that's my thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments. Is this a letdown, Secret Lair-wise? I mean, it's not as bad as that Lord of the Rings one that was literally, like, $1 worth of cards. But it's some of these are really not great. I don't have a picture of it, but apparently the promo for buying the bundles this time is the Scarab God, which... Sorry, not the Scarab God, the Scorpion God. Which, the Scorpion God is a $3 card, and it only really works in -1/-1 counter decks. So, compared to when the last one was the Scarab God, which is at least a $10 card, with the Secret Lair one going for like 15, this whole one has been kind of a letdown to me. But let me know what you're thinking. Any of you guys pick any of these up? Are there any thoughts? Is there any kind of value I missed? Could you tell me why Reconnaissance is a $12 card? Because I really don't get it. But let me know. And I'll see you guys later.